Okay,
Yep.
right then, John. So this part of the session is now being recorded. For the purpose of the recording, we are going to have a recorded professional discussion on the back of the observation that we did on site yesterday. So it's observation number 2, and it's regarding dealing with problems and difficult customers. So we're just thinking about examples of that, John. So the first bit of criteria will be: can you give an example, John, when you've managed to solve a range of complex customer issues through explaining, through taking time to ask the right questions, and when you've taken accountability for that situation?
Yeah, so off the top of my head, I had to take accountability for the lift service going out in the building where I'm working at front of house. This is because we've not only got tenants using the lifts to go up to the relevant floors. It's people that go up to the 4th and 5th floor. They use the lifts quite regularly. People that are on the 1st or 2nd floor, it doesn't really hamper them that much. With regards to that as well, we've got maintenance people and cleaners on site as well. They're carrying bin bags and regardless tools as well. They don't want to be carrying the stairs, and due to health and safety reasons as well, I'd advise them to take lifts as well and trolleys with them, because some people don't take the lift. For entry and access, they're using the stairs as well. Also, couriers come into the building. So there's 3 different people, customers, like I'd class them as, and some people, couriers, are going to have a lot of packages to deliver, and some aren't. And then obviously the tenants, they might go shopping during the course of the day as well. So the lifts is an integral part of the building that I'm working in. So when they go, a lot of people can be annoyed. So that's what I have to deal with, and just like managing that and making sure that they're as happy as possible still and knowing the situation.
Okay, excellent. Okay, right, next one, John. So we've also kind of done this a little bit regarding showing an ability to assess situations and offer clear explanations. So why do you think that that clear and concise communication to customers and people that you're working with is important?
Well, basically, the reason that's important because there could be a build-up of people on the stairs, and some people might not want to get the stairs when there's a courier lifting up quite a lot of large boxes. They might think it's dangerous. Also, maintenance people, if they're carrying ladders up the stairs because they're not going in the lifts, and the people are just using them, especially like I said, it's the 4th and 5th floor. People aren't wanting to be coming to work when they're told in their contract there's a lift service to go out to exit the building, and then having to travel down these flights of stairs because they might only have a half an hour break. Them having to use this access route might make their break longer, might make their day longer. So as they're passing through, I'm going to have to be there for them and let them know that the lift company has been contacted, and any updates as well during the course of the day I can get through to their managers and keep them updated so they just don't feel forgotten about.
Okay, excellent. So we know that through customer service, John, a lot of the times you get people come in, you might know them already, you might not know them if they're new customers, or they're entering the building for the first time. So the best way to sometimes give customer service to them and basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Tailor your customer service, but also accommodate their needs, is to ask questions.
Yeah,
so
well, definitely. So when people do come in the building, even though I don't sign them in, all the companies in this building is quite peculiar. They have their own front receptions. They're not actually signed in with myself. I just do the directions of where they have to go. But one thing I always add in is that, say like, sir or madam, have you been to the building before? If they have, I still direct them to the lifts and tell them what floor. But then if I haven't, that's a chance of me saying, well, basically, we have the stairs if you don't want to take the lift, or if there is a lift, these are the lifts to use. And if you need to use any toilets while you're here visiting us as well, and let them know that there's also a back entrance if they need to go to Holborn Station.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we know that questions and asking the right questions, whether it's open questions, closed questions, you're able to extract and get the information that you need to get to then tailor your customer service and give them the information and advice that they need. It's also really important to listen as well, John, isn't it? We've spoken about active listening before, particularly when you get a customer that isn't particularly happy with the situation.
Yep.
to actively listen and to say to them, you know, I'm listening and I'm empathizing with your situation, so I can understand what it is that you're trying to say. I understand why you're frustrated. Like people yesterday when the lift was out, or we had we used the example before when one of your customers on the floor is really frustrated and they asked you for your line manager's mobile number. And you explained to them that you weren't able to give them that due to GDPR data protection. However, in order to offer good customer service and reach a mutually agreeable outcome and still maintain good professional service and manage their expectation, you took their number down instead. And said that you would pass that on to your manager and that he would be in touch.
Yeah, I think that's a good part of it as well, because then they know that because they've become trustworthy with me, I've got them on side. I can actually say I'm definitely going to give this information, and then the manager will contact you.
Excellent. Okay, so that maps in all those bits yesterday, and we saw that during the observation yesterday, we knew it was really busy. Which actually, from an observation perspective, for me was really good, because I got to see you interacting with a lot of different customers, with work people, with suppliers and contractors, taking phone calls for people, but also liaising with regular customers that you knew that you probably see every day. So from that perspective, it was really good. And actually, particularly for this unit, it was interesting because you had the workmen in that were working on the toilet, so you had to liaise with guys and say to them, you know, this toilet's out, you have to go to another one.
Had people visiting the first floor and the ground floor, as you see as well, for vacant properties as well. So that was actually showing them the building, because obviously they were interested in taking one of these spare offices that we have now. So that was ongoing as well. That was 2 other contractors that was trying to be managed as well at the same time.
Okay, no problem. Excellent. Right, that maps in everything we need, John, for this discussion. So I'm just gonna stop the recording there, mate.
Yeah, I'll be 2 seconds. I'm just going to close that door. You know, the one that you saw yesterday.